Hey everyone, Sarum here. I want to be showing you all the magic candies you need to build and at the same time the magic candies you need to avoid. So the reason why it's important for you to know which magic candies to build and to avoid is because building these magic candies is not so easy. It requires a lot of resources like the resonant ingredients, the arcane crystals or the other crystals too, the soul essences and some coins, which are all super valuable resources that can be super hard to get, especially the crystals. So wasting these resources on a useless magic candy is not such a good move, especially for new players, which can potentially ruin your account. So first let's go over the magic candies you need to be building. And before I begin, I have a sub goal of 500 subs and every single sub will be highly appreciated. Starting of course with Financier Cookie's magic candy. So she is a defense cookie who can do some good defense as a core cookie. Her magic candy buff is just so good. She is arguably one of the best epic cookies with this magic candies, especially in her role as a defense. Building it can give you some damage resist, crit resist, debuff immunity, and some heals. Alongside an increase in the light type damage whenever you reach level 10, 20 or 30, which can be super good with cookies like creme brulee. This magic candy can be super good in world exploration and the kingdom arena. Up next is Twizzly Gummy's magic candy. So Twizzly Gummy is a ranged cookie. As a core she is not super strong, but with her magic candy it makes her such a good DPS, especially if you pair her up with a cookie like Black Lemonade. Because it gives her an extra way to do DPS like the laser beam, extra crit damage and extra zap damage. And at levels 10, 20 and 30 she increases the team's electricity type attack damage by a set amount. She is really good in world exploration if you do not have a good DPS. Captain Caviar is another good one similar to Twizzly Gummy's magic candy, but I find myself using him way more often. As a core cookie he is a decent bomber cookie capable of doing a lot of defense shred. But with his magic candy once again he is capable of doing way more DPS thanks to his explosion damage, which increases at level 10, 20 and 30 by giving him even more explosions, which is more DPS. Alongside his damage resist bypass and his reflected damage, he is such a good DPS with this magic candy, once again a super good cookie in world exploration. Up next is Blueberry Pie Cookie's magic candy. As a core she is a fairly decent magic epic cookie who can do some very decent damage. But with her magic candy once again it makes her way stronger, but this time against the guild battle, specifically against the Living Abyss. So if you want to build a good Living Abyss team, she is the first step, especially with her magic candy. Because her magic candy makes her a very reliable damage dealer and gives any electricity type cookie a current charge buff. And the current charge buff is extra crit percent. And once again at each level 10, 20 and 30, the team's electricity type crit damage will be increased, which is super helpful. Up next is Cream Puff Cookie. Her magic candy is a magic candy you will find almost every single player having it built. Because as a core cookie without her magic candy, she is a support who can give you some decent heals and some decent buffs. Her magic candy allows any team of yours to deal way more damage, all thanks to her buffs like the extra crit percent, extra attack, stun resist and the damage resist, which is all super helpful. And not to forget her extra crit damage at levels 10, 20 and 30, making her super useful in both world exploration, arena and more specifically the guild battle. Parfait Cookie is a really good one. As a core she is a support cookie who can do almost decent healing, but her magic candy literally changes this cookie. It allows her to do way more healing and gives you some really good buffs like the HP shield and the debuff immunity, and at levels 10, 20 and 30 her healing becomes way better. She is good in both world exploration and the kingdom arena, specifically if you do not have cookies like Mystic Flower and the awakened version of pure vanilla. Black Raisin's magic candy is another good one. Her magic candy is super good in guild battle, specifically against the Red Velvet Dragon, so if you want to build a good team against that boss, she is a really good one. Because her magic candy allows her to have way more skill area and way more weakness debuffs it can inflict. And also at levels 10, 20 and 30 she increases the damage the bosses receive, which is super helpful against the Red Velvet Dragon once again. Now let us start with magic candies you need to avoid. The first one is Madeline Cookie's magic candy. Now you might say I have it built, but I have it built because I did a challenge in the past. I recommend you to go and watch that one. But as a core he is a decent defense cookie. His magic candy allows him to do more DPS, more healing and gives him an HP shield. Now the reason you want to avoid this is because these buffs are just useless. They do not make a huge difference. If you want a better defense epic cookie, Financier Cookie is over there, because at a core they both have a very similar magic candy but Financier cookies is just way better. Avoid building espresso cookies magic candy, licorice cookie magic candy, milk cookie magic candy, latte cookie magic candy, and purple yam magic candy. So the reason you want to avoid these magic candies is because the buff they give the cookie is very useless. It does not make the cookie better, it does not make them stronger. They will still be as useless with or without the magic candy, so you're better off not building these magic candies. Now I have some honorable mentions on magic candies or crystal gems you need to build. Go for Moonlight Cookies Crystal Gem because it is really good in the arena. Mango's Cookie Magic Candy, which is really good in World Exploration and Guild Battle. Peppermint's Magic Candy, which is decent in both World Exploration and the Kingdom Arena. Mint Choco Magic Candy is also decent in World Exploration, thanks to the healing and debuffs it can give you. And of course, Frost Queen's Crystal Gem, which is super good in World Exploration, especially against bosses that have big hit shields. So these were all the magic candies I recommend you to build and I recommend you to avoid, and I hope this was helpful, and if it was, please do leave a sub, a like, and as usual, I hope to see you soon.